Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Athens, Greece. This is the Basketball Champions League, and it is the first semifinal of this Final Four, and it's MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg taking on Monaco. Walkup over to Walaskowski. Gladiator reaches in, knocks it out of McRae's hands. Shot clock winding down already. Walkup gets it to McRae, puts it up from deep, and off the back of the iron, but then the ball goes out of bounds off of MHP or Robinson.
Quick look at the lineups. Robinson starting on Walkup. That's going to be an interesting one, but big breakdown at the end of the shot clock there for Kikanovic. Switches on the pick and roll under 5 seconds, and it's a poor containment from him.
And the turnover, they haven't had many turnovers. We talked about that, but Karen Johnson turns it over on the inbounds play. Now, Robinson, again, guarded by Walkup. So that is the key matchup, we think, right here early. Walaskowski, now TJ Cooper, he's got some big shots in him, but he doesn't knock that one down. Cook pulls up and gets MHP Riesen on the board.
We talked about MHP. How fit is he? Played the last 2 games, but suffered a hand injury, and that's another key matchup. C against Cook. That's going to be a great one to watch.
Cooper up high. Shot clock again, winding down. Whips it over to MHP. And the veteran gets it to Gladiator and banks in the 3 right at the shot clock. And boy, I don't think Monaco could have hoped for any better out of that.
No, I mean, that's a great defensive possession for Ludwigsburg. They had a chance to get the steal or rebound and take an early lead. You never know how that can affect a game. Now the 3's put the Monaco straight back into this one.
Cook puts his head down, goes in strong to the basket.
I said that's a matchup right now. Cook is leading it because that's twice. Once in transition and now just off the dribble. Too strong for MHP.
Gladiator kind of loses control of it. Now Johnson gets it in midcourt. He pulls in and banks it in with the left hand. And this is the problem, the approach to the game that Zvezdan Mitrovic was worried about, is that pressure.
What you can't see on that screen there is how spread all the defense is, no matter where you are on the floor. So often, if a guard's out in the backcourt, they're not being denied, but Ludwigsburg don't play that way. They deny no matter where you are on the floor. Look at McRae all over Robinson on this near side.
So McRae gets the personal. Now Kikanovic goes and he is denied by Cook, but fouled. And Patrick likes the defense. Here it is again. Kikanovic. And yeah, you got him on the right arm after blocking the ball, but you don't want to give, you want to make him earn it, don't you? And Kikanovic misses with his first attempt. So looks like George and Joseph might be getting ready to come into the game, taking off his warm-up.
Kikanovic is one of those guys capable of having big games, but on the miss, he's got to make free throws. He can score in and around the paint. That mid-range jump shot he often has to knock down, and then from the free throw line.
Now Cook looks like he's up for this one, going right at C again, and this time lost his footing. And gets up with a little bit of a limp as Patrick looks out. Here it is again. And the turnover.
McRae is working Robinson. They're just going to try and wear him down with bodies.
But Robinson this time flies in. And the ball goes out of bounds, and the defense.
I mean, this is Thomas Walkup. Look at him get in front, not foul, force the miss. And it's things like that, even as impressive as the numbers Walkup puts up, with the points, the rebounds, the assists, things like that, it's those little plays that make him so good.
Absolutely. I mean, he was, during the season, a lot of people talking about him as a potential MVP. And Long one from the Canadian. Peter McNeely misses, but Walaskowski picks up the offensive rebound and puts it up and in.
Monaco, this isn't a good start for them. You know, the only shot they made is the bank three. Haven't got any rhythm going here.
Here's Robinson again, putting it on the deck. Over to Cooper, wide open. And that time, Kikanovic was fouled by Walaskowski as he tries to keep him, the big fella, off the boards. Look at him battling down low, and looked like Kikanovic possibly got away with a shove as well. It's kind of 50-50 maybe. Cooper again, hands it off to Kikanovic, much better from Monaco. And Peter McNeely raises his hand to signal he committed the foul.
Great design play. Not only the pick and roll, it works because Robinson's in the corner. So Robinson's man doesn't want to help off him, leave him open, let him get going. That's why Kikanovic's so open and around the ring, but now he's got to make his free throws.
And this time Kikanovic makes the free throw. Getting up off the bench is Dwayne Evans. He'll be coming into the game for the German club. And Kikanovic misses another one, so shaky start from him at the free throw line. Jared Johnson whips it back out to the perimeter to Walkup. And Walkup just goes right past Gladier. I was about to say how Gladier's slightly underrated defensively, but he was eaten alive that time. Nice burst from Walkup. So Evans checks in. Walaskowski is out. And now Evans gets in. And Robinson with the rebound. Kikanovic trying to post up Evans.
It's a really interesting sub for Ludwigsburg. Usually that's Justin Sears that comes in. We're expected to see Jacob Wiley as the guy that picked up all the minutes. They've gone with Evans. I mean, Evans, I'm not sure what he's listed at as height-wise, but I think whatever it is going to be pretty generous because he's given up a lot of size to Kikanovic. And they didn't have any strategy there when Kikanovic called the ball. They're just going to let Evans seemingly play him one-on-one. So it'll be really interesting to see, you know, how Evans can do in that. But, I mean, it doesn't matter if he keeps missing free throws. Ludwigsburg have got a load of bodies on the bench still to come in. They'll keep fouling him.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about one of the star performers offensively in this competition, Kikanovic, and he has missed several free throws here in the first 4.5 minutes. Malik Mueller in the game, shooting guard, 24 years of age, number 11. For Riesen. And Johnson pulls up and drills the mid-range jump shot.
And now the challenge is Monaco. How are they going to guard the pick and roll with Evans? Because they can't hedge with Kikanovic. Evans is just going to stop high and shoot it.
Lacombe in the game as well for Monaco, and almost loses it, and gets the ball to Robinson. And it's as you say, you know, this Monaco team not really in the flow. Johnson, meanwhile, fouled by Paul Lacombe.
And as I said to you, I think Robinson's the key. First look he's had, it wasn't, you know, the best look, but they need him to score. And right now, I like all the moves from John Patrick. The way he's changed this lineup, it was caught Monaco off guard a little. Here's the pick and roll. Look, Kikanovic is so scared of the smaller Evans going to the perimeter. He didn't help enough on Johnson. Left him wide open for the jumper.
So C checks out, and we get our first look at Christopher Evans, the high flyer, coming in from Monaco. And Peter McNeely drives in, misses. No, Robinson. I mean, shaky start for Monaco, but they're only down 5.
Long time to go in this one. They just need to get that rhythm, like we said. Couple of baskets, they'll be back on track.
Now Robinson, a little floater. Evans gets the ball. And good hands, I think, from Evans, knocks it out of bounds. And Aaron Kraft will come in. And arguably the best defensive player on the floor just coming into the game right now, Kraft.
Now, if you've won Big Ten Player of the Year, NCAA Player of the Year, NBA D-League Player of the Year, chances are you're a pretty good defender.
Ohio State. Now Evans, and he is denied as he goes right at Kekanovic.
Much better job from Kekanovic. Look, keeps himself in front of the drive. So even if the turnover didn't come, it would have been a tough finish over the top. So good defense that time.
Now Kraft across mid-court. And now the foul out on the perimeter. I would say this is probably the advantage that Monaco have over every team at this Final Four is at the point guard spot.
Yeah, I mean the only negative, if you've got to find one, is Kraft steps in. He's a great defender, as we talked about. But now in this lineup, at this moment in time, they've got just 5 points, of which 3 of those was a bank 3. He doesn't bring that offensive firepower of, say, a DJ Cooper. So what you're hoping is what Kraft creates offensively is out of his defense and getting into the lane, kicking it, providing for others. It's all well and good when Robinson's open and he's knocking them down, but if they're going to stay at home on Robinson, well, Kraft's got to become a scorer, which he doesn't, hasn't really looked to do early on.
Oh, we saw the resignation almost from the bench from Mitrovic after that missed free throw. His team is now just 2 of 7 at the free throw line. And the second one is no good, but this time Evans gets the rebound. Boy, what in the world has gotten in to this Monaco free throw shooting? Kraft, well, a little bit too hard, and Walkup with the rebound. Here he is, Wiley. We talked about his introduction to this team, and he draws the foul. That's a tough foul to give away that far away from the basket.
Wiley's a tough matchup, though, real tough cover. Playing him at the 5, and Monaco have had to change their lineup and go a lot smaller now to try and match up with Ludwigsburg.
And here's Wiley, and you have to wonder, again, why Georgie Joseph would foul Wiley that far away from the basket, but now he misses a free throw.
There'll be something wrong with the free throw line, right? The way this game has gone. Incredible.
Well, Wiley makes the second. So they lost Justin Sears to the torn ACL, MCL, and really bad knee injury. Recently, he was such a big part of this team. But they have been able to bring in Wiley. Lacombe. And great crashing the boards here.
Well, the tactical battle is really interesting. We said Monaco have got to go smaller now because they need to match up with this smaller lineup, the mobility of Ludwigsburg. But the problem is now Ludwigsburg are switching on defense. Usually you say, oh, let's go to the inside, but they haven't gone inside finisher on the floor because they've gone smaller, Monaco.
Wiley comes up to set the pick. Look at Kraft trying to harass Walkup. Gets it, and out onto the perimeter to Mueller, and misses everything but the net.
Great defense from Aaron Kraft, just blew up the play.
Robinson drives in, sense of urgency in his play, and draws the foul. So Mueller out, Walaskowski comes back into the game. So it's Peter McNeely, McCray, Walkup, Wiley, and Walaskowski. There's Damjan Rudish, hasn't checked in yet, joined the club midway through the season with Monaco.
Big to get Robinson at the line. Just get him going. Hasn't had that opportunity. Remember the quarterfinal matchups, he just exploded in the first quarter there, like a couple of huge games. So a couple of free throws for him, see if that gets him going.
Just needs to see that ball fall through the hoop, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
And look at Kraft. Now, you can see the replay. And Mitrovic chirping over there on the sidelines. And Walkup capitalizes. So 13-7. And again, it doesn't look good for Monaco, but on the other hand, it's only a 6-point deficit. I mean, they can erase this in the next 15 seconds. Absolutely. The way they play.
Yeah, especially with the defensive intensity they bring. Not necessarily full court, but in the half court.
Kraft, guarded by Peter McNeely. Robinson dumps it off to Evans, and he goes high and draws the foul. That's the second foul, I think, on Peter McNeely.
A lot of fouls racking up. It's the seventh against Ludwigsburg already. We kind of missed, Cook's gone out, he's got 2 fouls. Evans is out, he's got 2 fouls. It's Peter McNeely's second. So we keep saying they've got a really deep bench, but there comes a point where, someone like Elgin Cook is valuable to the team, and you want him out there on the floor.
And once again, a missed free throw by Monaco and by Chris Evans. And he misses both. And again, you can see the frustration from Mitrovic over there in front of that Monaco bench. And Danjan Rudish is going to check into the game. Peter McNeely for 3. Good! And the Canadian sensation played his college basketball at Ryerson for Roy Rana, one of Canada's fine coaches, also in their national team program. And now it's a 9-point lead, and you have to wonder what's in the head of Monaco right now. Robinson for 3. And this is quite possibly their worst quarter of basketball in the Basketball Champions League.
And that's what happens. Robinson's searching for it now because he can't get a good look.
And Walkup with a little hesitation goes up and in. And a dream start for him and MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg. And boy, you don't see Kraft beaten so easily.
Well, he's done a great job until this point, slowing Walkup down, but Walkup, great move.
Evans again, bounce pass, and Lacombe puts it up and in. Rudish hasn't checked in yet.
They don't need to worry about the lead at the moment, Monaco. They just got to get the rhythm offensively. Yeah. Just some baskets to get going. McRae, Walaskowski, the big lefty, and Evans with the rebound. This is where Robinson's dangerous, out of transition.
Lacombe again, and gets it to Evans, and Evans puts it up and in. Mitrovic appealing for a foul, but he's not going to get it. The way they've been shooting him, he wouldn't make it anyway. Here's Peter McNeely, drives in, puts it up, and that's MHP Riesen at its best, answering quickly.
Now they've got to go stop to end what would be a really good first quarter for them, though.
Kraft has it up high. Calls the play. Shot clock winding down. Kraft over to Robinson. Oh, he gave it up. Evans, did he get it off in time? And it rattles out. I thought Robinson might put it up.
I don't think he was ready for it.
And this is where they are dangerous. They can get into a race with you and put the points on the board. Evans, a glimmer of hope here for Monaco, and a very disappointing opening frame. After one, it's MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg of Germany up 20-11. on Monaco.
The small positive, perhaps, for Monaco is those couple of baskets they scored at the end. Or because of that. But the other thing is, can they start to, really ramp up that defensive pressure with Cooper and Kraft out there together, create some offense in the open floor?
Well, Cooper has had a while on the bench, but Karen Johnson also back in for MHP Riesen now. And Cooper with a little runner. And there's no doubt about it. I mean, if he gets it going, he can score a bunch of points, but quickly is MHP Riesen, and they're not going to sit back. They're going to attack.
Well, I said, Cooper scoring, great. Maybe Monaco are going to come, bring it up the floor a bit, see if they can create the open court. But Ludwigsburg just came back and did exactly that to them.
Rudish, well short, the hand in his face. Lacombe with the rebound. And there for the offensive rebound, the ball knocked out of Kikanovich's hands.
I was about to say, what is Lacombe doing? But the ball didn't hit the ring, so the shot clock. Smart play from him to get it up. And good rebound from Kikanovic.
And good reach from Johnson.
Would have been his third, right? That was a foul.
Well, Peter McNeely has a couple. And Johnson has...
Oh, no, sorry, he's got one.
Yeah. Kraft penetrates out to Cooper. That's his range, but perhaps MHP Riesen more than happy for him to take that shot. Now it's Cooper, drives, dishes again. Kikanovic! And coming out of the timeout, the break. Monaco with a little bit better idea, perhaps, of how they want to attack.
Well, Cooper being a lot more aggressive. He hasn't knocked down his 3, 0 for 3 in this game, but getting into the lane, creating those points for Kikanovic.
Walker pump fake, puts it up, and they're getting layups, a lot of layups.
He's just so smart, Walkup. Had the 3, but just under control. His big body, really strong shoulders.
Boy, they barely got that over in time. Kikanovic drives, a strong move from Kikanovic.
They need that from him. He said this is usually where, Justin Sears comes into the game as that defensive guy for Ludwigsburg. They haven't got that option with him.
But Wiley in the game. Cray running the baseline. Johnson, he's got it. Now to McCray. And now McCray tries to take the bigger Kikanovic to the basket and got a foul call. Thought maybe he was trying to do a little bit too much there.
It's on the rebound. That's a pull box out.
It was from Rudish, raising his left elbow.
They had disadvantage. Kikanovic on a switch. You let Monaco get some confidence offensively, the whole game's a different one.
Okay, the ball inbounded to Cook, pulls up for 3, goes down, and now Kraft brings it forward. Kikanovic fumbles it, gets it back. Looks to go at Wiley now, passes back outside. Kraft open for 3, rattles out. Mueller chases down the rebound. And MHP Riesen definitely want to play up tempo. Johnson gets inside. Wiley there with the follow. Back over to Johnson. Now Wiley, little jump hook, a little bit of a crazy shot. And now J.J. Cooper finds Kraft. And now Monaco cut it back to 5 points.
The offense just finding that rhythm. Cooper and Kraft doing an excellent job now.
And MHP Riesen perhaps not quite as effective offensively in their half-court sets without Walkup. But there's Wiley stepping up and hitting the jumper.
Coach Mitrovic, that's what he was scared about. The fact that Wiley's got that extended range and pulling Kikanovic out to guard him on the perimeter.
Rudish gets his shot blocked.
Cook's gone as well.
So Cook is cooking defensively as well. Now Mueller pulls up for the three, Wiley. And then Wiley throws it back into the hands of Cooper. Cooper hands it off to Kikanovic, and they will go to the line for a three-point play.
Decision making and how important it is that a 2-on-1, Mueller decides to shoot the three, turns into a 6-point swing. The three he missed, and now the possible three they've given up the other way. Cook with a great block. This should have been points going in the other way. First quarter, so often those little decisions made were spot on by Ludwigsburg. Now, second quarter, they haven't worked as well. And Monaco, for all that thing I was talking about the rhythm, now they found it. Now they're right back into this game.
And Kikanovic converts the opportunity. He will go out and be replaced by Joseph.
And we've got to give him credit. I mean, he went, what, 0 for 4 from the line, 1 for 4 to start the game. But now 8 points, 3 of 3 from the field. Made a couple of free throws as well now. Much better second quarter performance.
Also in the game for MHP Riesen, Geske. Nicholas Geske. Inside, and good strong move from Walaskowski. Well, they'll take that.
An easy one, kind of sneaked inside defense already. It's a different game for Robinson to come back into now, though. You know, team's got that confidence. Now he can try and use some of that. Get himself going.
Good defense. The hands by Peter McNeely almost coming up with a steal and forcing the turnover. Look at this again. In fact, it was also Walaskowski. And Johnson couldn't quite catch it. You know, Patrick, even though his team is at the Final Four, kind of felt like they were flying under the radar a little bit coming into this one because Monaco have been so dominant this season. Here's Kraft, and puts it up and in.
What a difference in the game, first quarter to second quarter. Completely different.
Johnson. Back to Walaskowski. And Walaskowski misses. Patrick wanted the foul. Peter McNeely slows up Robinson. But Robinson finally gets around him. Over to Gladier for three. And that was off the back of the iron. And terrific athleticism from Kraft. And the foul was called on Johnson, who actually had better position.
I think he was grabbing C, not on Kraft.
Look at Kraft there.
Third on Johnson. Yeah, 3 fouls on Johnson.
3.
Yeah.
And that's a big loss, but it gets Walkup back into the game. See, also back into the game from Monaco. Kraft right now is feeling it, you can see. And Joseph, well, you got to wonder about that shot selection.
Coach Mitrovic did as well. Threw his hands up on the sideline, not happy with that decision.
Maybe in a pickup game.
Look at the D. Robinson all over McNeely. Now only 5 on the clock.
Now Cook drives in. Tough move. Walaskowski battling. Joseph comes down with the rebound.
The points and the rhythm offensively that we talked about in the first quarter, it's also important because it shouldn't make any difference, but the intensity on the defensive end for Monaco now is just, you know, has risen so high, and all it is because of the confidence they've got from offense. You make a couple of shots, the ball goes in the basket, everyone's a step quicker. Everybody's moving a bit more, and now you see it on penetration. They're swarming on help, they're getting back on the closeouts, rebounding the ball much better. They just didn't have that energy when they were missing shots in the first quarter.
Gladier for 3. And it was such a bad shot, it went over the basket, and Robinson just fell right into his hands, and he scores with a putback. So now it's a 2-point game. And you wonder, MHP Riesen, they've seen it fritter away here. And Walkup, nowhere to go, turns it over. Kraft, Robinson, if he scores here, it's a tie game! And it is! And just like that, Monaco, despite their struggles with Robinson's fast break layup, ties the contest.
There's still plenty of time, but Ludwigsburg are now the ones that have got to make some changes here. They've got to go on a run. They're the ones going to have to establish defensively or find a way to cause problems for this Monaco defense by finding someone or something that's going to get them some points.
Well, Monaco must be thinking we're 5 of 13 at the free throw line, yet we've come right back. And Cook, strong move.
I like that from Cook. He's probably the guy right now that's going to have the advantage if he can get into the lane. The only thing is, yes, he got fouled. He had Peter McNeely wide open on this side of the floor. So when he does draw the double team, Cook's got to look to be getting other guys going as well.
Oh, this is a free throw, and nervous moments. That foul was called on C.
He's had a great playoffs. Cook, though, really stepped up his game. Among forwards, the best scorer, rebounder, and an assists in the playoffs.
Well, it's a battle of France and Germany. Monaco against MHP Riesen. Bounce pass, Robinson gets it over to Gladier. Eventually one of these will fall, and it does for Sergi Gladier.
Great cut from Robinson, though. He started to just have an extra step of quickness, and so much easier for Gladier on that one. Time and space.
Now Cook again likes his matchup with C, gets it back to Wiley, and Wiley this time guarded by Gladier, denied. Great defense from Monaco. Now C, he's going to pass over to Kraft, wide open, good. Well, he is going to be able to drill that.
Time and
offensive minded or not.
Time and space means a lot. The defense is now having to adjust to what Monaco's doing, and it leaves Kraft just wide open. This end of the floor, look, no openings whatsoever. No one with that much room.
Now Cook for three, answers. Boy, that was a huge shot by Cook.
Yeah,
for the psychologically.
Yeah, but not only that, huge because he had a hand in his face. Good defense from C.
So a couple of threes have fallen. Now another attempt, and Gladier misses this one. Walkup gets the rebound. Open floor, pass into the corner. Adika Peter McNeely, and he knocks in the three. And just like that, it's MHP Riesen back in front.
Three-point shot, such a
weapon.
Yeah.
C. And boy, McRae skied for the rebound, but then he lost it. And the push.
He didn't have any space as he's trying to dribble. That's the problem. He ran into his own man more than anything.
So Wiley's going to go out. Evans back in, Walaskowski back in, and Mueller back in. McRae goes out, and Cook. So here again, the defense by both Joseph and Gladier, which led to the opportunity there.
Interesting. Cook goes out. He's got the fouls. That's why. He's got two personal. He probably just wanted him in for one more offense. Trouble is, you've got to trust him not to commit the foul on defense then, though.
Yes. But as you say, so important offensively in this game.
I suppose the way Coach Patrick's looking at it last minute was thinking, even if they don't score, give up a basket at the other end, it's going to be a 2 or 4 point deficit. He can live with that. He can't live with Cook picking up a third and having to limit his minutes in the second half.
Now walk up into the corner to Mueller. Peter McNeely, this time too hard. And Kikanovic chases down the long rebound and hands the ball off to Lacombe. Now Kraft goes behind his back. Over to Lacombe, and that was off the front of the rim.
For the final shot here, careful of Peter McNeely. So he made a couple of threes. Don't want him to hit one here.
Walkup, and he was fouled by Kraft, the reach in, but it's only the third team foul. So no free throws. 4.3 seconds remaining. And he's arguing he didn't make any contact. Now, Ali Traore comes into the game. First appearance from him, I think, tonight. France International.
Coming in for the defense instead of Kikanovic. They've still got one more foul to give as well. Probably use that here.
Well, they don't use it, and they get off a three, and it cost them. Just like you said, you've got to be aware of Peter McNeely, and he buries another three-pointer of the go-ahead variety, and that'll give MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg a little bit of momentum going back to the changing room. 38-36, it's MHP Riesen on top of Monaco. Here from Athens is underway. First semifinal of the Basketball Champions League. It's been a terrific second campaign. And now it's down to 4 teams. And which one is going to live to tell the tale? And Elgin Cook was fouled shooting the jump shot. And the ball was hemmed in between the rim and the backboard.
He had a strong first half, Cook. 8 points, 4 rebounds, an assist, a block, and he got pulled out for that final minute. We said, well, you know, maybe you could leave him in for one more offense. They didn't need him, and they've saved him now. Just 2 fouls in the first half. And this is why. First possession of the second half. Monaco questioning the call, but Cook gets himself to the line, making positive things happen. He stepped up in the playoffs. It's one of those things defensively, if you're Monaco, I mean, that's where it's got to happen for you. And you want to get a hand up in the face of the jump shooters. And C is like, what else can I do? Those things even out over the course of the game. 40-36. So a good start here for Riesen. Robinson off 1 foot. And Amada C, the rebound. And takes it back outside. Kraft. Robinson into Kikanovic. C for 3. And the rebound from Kraft. Boy, Kraft just does so many things. And now he gets inside and misses. Kikanovic crashes the boards, gets it, and then turns it over. Walaskowski, he was surrounded and was trying to pass out of trouble, and he turned it over. Darren Johnson dances to his right. He's got the 3 fouls. Goes off 1 foot. And Walaskowski there with the rebound, and he is fouled. Inside the last 5 seconds, common tactic for teams. Any pick and roll, you switch it. And it just hasn't worked for Monaco today. The problem for, you know, even with 5 seconds, guys with the speed of Kieran Johnson can get past Kikanovic and get to the ring. He did it that time, and even though he missed, what else happened? The mismatch the other way meant that, you know, rolling down the middle, we have Walaskowski being trying to box out against the smaller man, and that's where he's got the advantage as well. Well, he takes his time, makes the first free throw, and the foul, I believe it was on Evans. It was indeed. And he has just had a very, very difficult game tonight. 2 points. He's missed 4 free throws. He does have 4 rebounds and an assist.
Robinson. The pick set by C. Now Evans. Back to Kraft. Here's Evans. Gets in, flies in, and Patrick asking for a travel, but a foul has been called.
At first look, I didn't think it was. Watching the replay, I think it was a pretty clear travel, personally. I think he did get away with one there.
No.
And this is where you talk about things evening out, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Honey, I'm going to be home late for dinner tonight.
I've got a good one to watch.
I'm staying to the bitter end, 42-36. And Evans gets the second one to fall in. Evans just doesn't look like a happy camper out there. It's 42-38 now. Oh, bounce pass to Johnson. They get it over to Evans. Evans steps in, misses, follows up his own shot, puts it up and in.
Great lift from Evans on the putback. And just went right over the top of Kikanovic, who's got about 6 inches on size on him.
Now Robinson going right at McCray. Inside to C, back to Evans for three, a lot of arc, and hits it from the arc.
So often makes the free throw, now the little confidence. Hits the three straight on back-to-back possessions.
So credit C with the assist on that one. And now Walkup. Shot clock winding down. Walaskowski for three, short. And Monaco, Kraft, bounce pass to C, lays it up and in. Boy, terrific play by Kraft.
Great look from Kraft, but Amari C running the floor. Doing those little effort areas.
Johnson, and ball knocked off the rim by Kikanovic. Look at this play. And the hustle. So McCray's coming out. Peter McNeely comes back in. Cook comes back in as well. And Walaskowski will go out as you see the replay of this beautiful bounce pass up to C. And you mentioned it. C hustling up ahead.
Ludwigsburg gone with this small lineup again. Cook and Evans on the inside. It really worked for them first half. Will he have the same impact here? Or will Kikanovic be able to use his size around the ring?
And the shot clock is winding down. C, Kikanovic trying to get position. C puts it up. C knocks in the shot from the baseline. And Monaco back in front for the captain.
The Admiral, as he's known. And rightly so, because they say where he takes them.
Now Peter McNeely goes down, and Mazzoni telling him to get up. That almost went in. Now Kikanovic surrounded again. C feeling it, and the Admiral, the team Admiral, goes to the bench with a little extra bounce in his step.
Absolutely. Well, they call him the Admiral because they say that when he steers the ship, everything's going right. So he can lead the team where they need to go, and comes in.
Remember, no Justin Sears. A key man in the playoffs, especially tearing his ACL, MCL, and lost for the season. Hopefully things will go well for him as he tries to battle back. There's Patrick. Boy, Kraft is just a pest, isn't he? But he's going to take a seat now. And Cooper is going to come back in. So Kraft picks up his second foul. I think from a defensive standpoint, they're definitely a better team when he's out there. Here's Cook, kind of trying to create something. Evans with a rebound. Johnson for three, short. And Evans with a board. Now good hands from Peter McNeely, forcing the turnover. Johnson is fouled by C. And Johnson gets up limping.
They're both slow to get up, weren't they? Johnson hurts himself here, and then C jumps right on him and kind of hurts himself as well.
Peter McNeely, defensively, so it's
Johnson twisted his ankle,
So it's even before C got on top of him.
That's why he went to the floor, just stepped back and stepped on the foot of C. Seems to be Arcado Johnson. Here he is with the ball. This is a man I think Ludwigsburg want to get going. So often can be an X factor.
Well, they're guarding him now, aren't they?
Oh, pass.
Cook hands it off. Evans. Oh boy, what an effort by Evans. Looked like he was denied and he's stuck with it.
Well, effort is the right word, because that's all it was. Tough passes, you know, they really had to put together an effort, a physical effort just to get a shot away. One of the plays you need to win championships.
Now Cooper. Evans for three, another one for him. Yes, it is. Boy, he is a different player in this third quarter.
Great find from Cooper off the screen. A skip pass, recognizing where the help came from.
Johnson pulls up right behind the line, goes down. Robinson on the break, misses the three. Well, that would have been a big shot from Monaco. And now Johnson gets in there and picks up the foul on Cooper. Well, he puts the pressure on the D, and you can see that Cooper just kind of slid in front of him just a little bit at the end. But boy, a full half meter behind the arc there, Evans, for that last three. And that was the effort play.
Yeah, they're the type of plays, it wasn't pretty, but he just did what he had to. Went back door, kind of had to be a bit creative and getting the first shot away, stayed with it on the second effort. Talked a lot about Robinson, but Evans as well. He's kind of stepped up a bit in this second half. He's been a big-time scorer throughout his career, so it's no surprise to see him do that.
He's leading him in scoring right now. So just one of two for Johnson. Cooper. Boy, left his feet, ends up passing, and and Johnson flies in, scores with the reverse layup.
Excellent recognition of space from Robinson to make that cut.
And now Evans comes out and fouls Johnson a long way from the basket. Look at this play from Joseph. What a bounce pass that was. And then that's just not necessary by Evans. So it puts Johnson back on the free throw line. So Monaco over the limit with 3:20 remaining here in the third quarter. There's Penny Garrison. Always knows when there's a good basketball game to watch. And this time Johnson makes both free throws. Thomas Walkup has been out of the game for a while. He checks back into the game for Johnson. Well, MHP Riesen hanging in there. It has definitely been a real battle for this Monaco team today. They have not been at their best, but they're trying to play at their best right now when it's hot. And the pass intercepted by Evans. Cooper trying to go showtime with Evans. Walk up for three.
It's the offense of Ludwigsburg that's gone flat in this third, isn't it? We struggled, just 11 points for them in this quarter.
Robinson, oh, what a play from Robinson. Way up there. Look at this, the elevation and the finish.
Gets his knee in the face of Thomas Walkup. I mean, Walkup took a hammering on that. First of all from Robinson, and then from his own man as well, Evans from behind.
And now the steal, Joseph. Walkup gets back on defense, and Walkup knocks it out of his hands. But then Lacombe reaches in and gets it back and hands it off to Robinson. And Patrick calls timeout. Boy, the Monaco defense was ferocious there, relentless. Look at this. Walkup knocks it away, but then it's Lacombe who takes it right back and dishes it.
In that first 10 minutes.
Well, Robinson, as you alluded to, has gotten it going here as well of late. He has been a key. He's now gotten 12 points, and the block has been called on Joseph.
I mean, this third quarter, Robinson and Evans really, isn't it? They've started to score now for Monaco. They didn't do that in the first half. These two combined for 22 personal. Check at the half, you know, they'd combined for 8.
And Johnson misses another free throw, another opportunity.
Seems like the first quarter in reverse. Missed free throws, you know, struggles offensively for Ludwigsburg, the same that Monaco did, but let's not forget, Monaco made a comeback in the second quarter as well, so I'm sure Ludwigsburg can do the same here.
Wiley McRae looking on from the bench. Now 12 of 16 at the free throw line, MHP Riesen. And good defense from Peter McNeely, forcing the turnover by Gerald Robinson.
Just looking, Mitrovic was asking for a foul, said he was getting slapped on the way up the floor, but replay shows that's not true.
No, Mitrovic will complain about most things. Now it's Peter McNeely. Oh, great attempt, but doesn't finish. And Kikanovic swooped in for the rebound. Cooper for three. Walkup goes up for the board. Game turning very physical.
Got to finish here with numbers.
Evans puts it up from deep, and Walkup there for the rebound, puts it up and in.
Possession. That was the possession. They come up empty, similar sort of set of circumstances. In the first half, those open floor scores so important.
Cooper 0 of 4 from three-point range, but Evans has it going right now, and he got Cook off his feet. He bit on the pump fake.
Anytime you get a defender up in the air,
look at that.
Offense just, you know, at the advantage. Any contact as Cook's traveling forward is going to go against him. Look at Walkup doing what he does. You know, he gets the ball, pushes, makes the pass, offensive rebound, points. He's been a bit quieter than we usually see him at Walkup. 8 points, 5 rebounds.
Boy, Evans in this third quarter has just been utterly immense at halftime.
2 points.
He had 2 points, 4 rebounds. And right now, Evans has got, is it 12 points, 7 rebounds? so he is having himself quite a third quarter. Now the pass from Johnson led Evans just a little too much, perhaps, or Evans.
Yeah, Evans isn't really used to being that role finisher. Usually he's the guy who can kind of pick and pop a bit, but the lineup is different for Ludwigsburg right now. Still with this small matchup.
Walkup guarding Gerald Robinson. Robinson explodes. Entry pass. Peter McNeely. He was there and gets it to Evans, who is blocked from behind by Gerald Robinson.
Great effort from Robinson. Evans was ahead of everyone. I don't think he knew. He slows down, watch. Thinking he's going to get the easy one.
Boy, tough inbounds pass handled by Walkup with 15 on the shot clock. Now Peter McNeely again. Lacombe moving his feet in front of him. Evans drives in. Are they going to count that?
No, 2 shots.
But it looked like the ball was on the way down, but maybe, here you, watch this. Well, Lacombe gets the block. They called the foul. No, he got it before it was on the way down.
Yeah, I got to give credit to Lacombe's defense as well today in that possession. He got the block, but before that, he played some great one-on-one defense, kept his man in front. We've seen him come up with a couple of loose balls. You know, defensively, rotations have been very good as well. So another one of those areas that might not get recognized with the glamour of the steal.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I mean, a typical Lacombe game is 6 points, 4 of 10, 4 of 11 from the floor, 5. You know, he helps you in a myriad of ways.
I got to say that usually defensively isn't where I think he's at his forte, though.
Oh, you don't think it is?
Usually I wouldn't have said, you know, but today I think he's done a really good job.
Here he is. Definitely plays with a lot of intensity, Lacombe. And he's taking on Mueller now. Mueller tries to fight through the pick, picks up the foul. That's the 3rd foul in the quarter on MHP Riesen. So they've got another one to commit. Traore looking on, hasn't played much tonight. Here's Rudish. Now Cooper. Well, Cooper can break down anybody. Is he going to launch it? He's going to get it back to Kikanovic for 3. Oh, that was big. Yeah, they had another foul to give, and they didn't give it, and perhaps paid the price. And just like that, Monaco, trailing by 2 at halftime, now have a 61-54 lead with 10 minutes remaining.
Possession for Monaco as well. For the start of this 4th quarter, they can just continue to build.
Now Gladier hits a 3, and it's their biggest lead of the game, 10 points.
Like clockwork, out of the timeout, Mitrovic draws it up. Perfect execution, knew exactly what they were trying to get.
Interestingly, Kikanovic doesn't take the 3s, doesn't take many, but he's also 2 of 2 in France. And the answer from Johnson. So when he takes them, he makes them.
So he's 100% on the season in all competitions.
Which begs the question, why doesn't he take some more?
Yeah.
Well, that was an important shot from Johnson to get at least 2 of them back. And now the quick hands almost leading to a turnover.
Those inches from Peter McNeely getting the steal, which would have probably been an easy 2 at one end of the floor. And instead, he's 2 inches away from stealing it, commits a foul. Now it's a fresh 14. Now they're going to play defense again. Now Monaco get a chance to get another score, build on this 12-point lead.
And 3 fouls on Peter McNeely. This time, was it Waleskowski that forced the turnover? Good hands, though, from Robinson. Or excuse me, Cooper. Almost getting the ball back from Monaco. But defensively, MHP Riesen giving themselves a chance here, coming up with the steal. Now Walkup gets around. Boy, how did he finish? That was a terrific finish from Walkup.
He's really strong, you know, shoulders, arms, everything, can take that contact.
Lacombe hustles up, gets it to Kikanovic, who goes up for the dunk, and Walkup says, you're gonna have to earn it. Boy, look at the elevation from Walkup.
He's just got no right to block that shot. And you think, why is he even trying to get to it? But he's one of those guys, he just does anything you need to win. Look
at this, he's already, it's like he's falling down, but he's able to maintain his balance.
I'm a huge fan of Walkup. I think, you know, the first year in Europe, he's had a tremendous season. And he would have raised a lot of eyebrows. A lot of people probably would have knocked. Like we were talking about at the start of the year, what position is he? You know, what is he, a point guard? Is he a forward? Is it what is he? I think people just see him now as a player, full stop, and see the qualities he can bring.
And I guess you'd have to say the foul was worth it. Only coming away with 1 point to Kikanovic. Now Johnson gets it over to Evans, and Evans goes in and draws the foul from Kikanovic. And look at Patrick, he likes the offense that time.
It's a good cut. Good cut from Evans. So often players will just stand and try and take the three because we know he can shoot it. Recognize the opportunity to get something better as long as he can make these shots from the line. Still very much alive.
Haven't mentioned Johannes Thiemann, but the German international lost at a key point this season for MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg. He's made the trip here to watch the team play. Just 1 of 2 free throws back to a 65-59 deficit. So 6 points. Now Cooper. Bounce pass, Kikanovic turns, puts it up. Oh boy.
Lovely little fake from Kikanovic. Sold it to 2 defenders. Great patience from him. He's a patient player in the low post.
He's got 15 points, and what a finish from Evans. Goodness me.
Evans is playing the more traditional power forward slot now. And even against Rudez, he has that quickness.
Yeah, Damian Rudez didn't contain it, but look at this move. Oh, fake. Think you're going to block it? Think again. Spins. And the Monaco faithful. Loving it.
He's not a quick player, Kikanovic, but does an excellent job of knowing he's not quick, not trying to be quick. Under control, sells a lot of fakes, has some great footwork.
Oh, another missed free throw now. Lacombe passes out to Gladier. Cooper. See into Kikanovic for the dunk. He says, stop this. 17 points for Kikanovic.
Ludwigsburg trying to chase the game now, and it's going to give these openings to Monaco.
Now Cook hasn't been a major factor here in the second half. Walaskowski goes right at Kikanovic. Evans battles McCray, gets it, puts it up for 3. C chases the ball goes out of bounds. Still plenty of time for MHP Riesen.
Yeah, they're trying to chase the game a bit too early, I think. You know, going for steals, gambling on defense. And then they sit to the floor. They don't need to take bad shots. They just need to, you know, take high quality ones. Get into the line, even better for them if they can do that.
Yep, well that's already 3 fouls now on Monaco here in the 4th quarter.
If you can draw these cheap fouls, means you get to the line, points on the board when the clock is stopped. Ideal situation.
That was a clear foul. Petrovic is over there having a word with the referee. Now Johnson. And C reads the pass. He's going coast to coast. The dunk. Boy, has he been big.
Yeah, back-to-back dunks. at a really crucial time in the game for Monaco. This is the time. If they can steady now, just capitalize, you know, really hold this lead. And again, look, steals.
And Lacombe on the break, back outside to Cooper. And it might have done Riesen a favor there by not attacking the basket. But content to take a little bit of time off the clock. Make them work on defense. Pass to C, and rebound by Evans. So MHP Riesen dodged a bullet there. Kraft coming back in on the next dead ball from Monaco. And now Johnson, his second consecutive turnover.
3 straight turnovers.
3 in a row.
Not for Johnson, but for Ludwigsburg.
Oh, sorry, okay.
Yeah.
This is just careless. You can't have that from your point guard.
Talked about before the game, steals, how important they are to Monaco because it creates the offense for them. They've got 71 now, and we know 3 turnovers in a row, 2 of those being steals, 13 points from turnovers for Monaco.
Wiley comes back into the game. Interestingly, he matches up with Gladier. And Gladier gets past him, gets it back to Kraft. Now Kraft, no look to Evans. Gladier for 3. Good! Boy, he's found his stroke tonight, hasn't he? Gladier, 3 3-pointers.
With time and space, he's such a good shooter. You know, this is a guy shot 40% on the season as a 19-year-old in Ukraine, so you know he's got that quality.
And the foul called on Evans, hooking Lacombe. And now it's not looking good for MHP Riesen. Starting to unravel. And that's just not necessary. So timeout called on the floor. And this is Gladier's latest 3-pointer.
They've just, as we said, they've been rushing shots. They've been so eager to get this lead back again. It's something they're not going to be able to do in a minute. They're going to have to take their time, just try and chip away at this advantage.
Gladier out of the game now, replaced by Kraft. And Robinson uses his body well. Patience.
And that's the advantage you have when you've got the lead. You can take your time, you're in no hurry, and you can wait for those real high-quality shots.
Can anybody beat this Monaco team? Wiley spins, puts it up, had the move, just didn't have the finish.
Not sure where Ludwigsburg are going for their points. You know, where's the direction for their offense these last few plays? Saying this is how we're going to get ourselves back into the game. I haven't seen it.
Lacombe. Now Evans, shot clock winding down. Somebody's got to put it up. It's Kukanovic. Good! And you know you're in the flow when you're making shots at the end of the shot clock.
Well, a couple of times he's done it, the 3. And now that one and another steal.
Here comes Evans. The Evans show! He lays it up and in. He looked back to see if anybody was trailing. Robinson, excuse me, looking back for Evans. Bounce pass inside to Waleskowski, and he is blocked by Lacombe.
Here we go again. 13-0 run, but they're just going to milk the time.
Evans for 3. Good! Boy, it is night and day, isn't it, from Monaco. You had to be really concerned as a Monaco fan back in that first quarter, and now it's almost as if they're home and dry. This MHP Riesen team has just kind of lost its composure here in this fourth quarter. And wholesale substitutions. Remember, if they don't pull off the miracle comeback, they'll play in the third place game on Sunday against the loser of the AEK Athens, of the AEK UCAM Murcia. Johnson In the lane, puts it up and in. Back to a 20-point deficit. Cooper, no look, and the dunk, and it's about time. Have we gone through an entire season without seeing an Evans dunk of that magnitude?
Well, leads the Basketball Champions Leagues in dunks. And he adds to that tally today.
Well, this dunk here is, watch this. Do not get in the way of this one, folks. And he may have even been fouled on that play.
Absolutely.
No, it's okay.
In fact, I take it back. He was tied first with Mike Tobey with 20 on the season. That takes him to 21. Monaco rolling though now, aren't they?
What must the Ike fans be thinking watching this impressive second half from Monaco? If they can get into the final, they are going to have to be a very good team. Kraft reaches around, passes up to Cooper, and he's just going to wait. He thought about putting up another one for Evans. And the turnovers, which have not been a problem for MHP Riesen this season, have been here tonight.
They average, what, 10 a game coming in, 16 on the game, 6 of which have come in this fourth quarter, where the game's really just got away from them up until that point. You know, they've done a really good job, but 6 turnovers in this 8 minutes. 6 turnovers, 4 field goals in that time. Anytime you got more turnovers than field goals, you know, you've got a problem.
McRae telling his guys, we're down 22, but we got to keep playing. We got to run our stuff. And Joseph, not sure what the delay is in this. Is Evans trying to check out? How big was how big was C in this game? Wow. Amar C.
That crucial period, and that's the difference in this game. Just crucial times, crucial runs. How many times the captions come up? Good runs for Monaco. How many times we've seen it for Ludwigsburg? And then when the lead did start to stretch out, the question for Ludwigsburg that they never answered was, where are they going to go? So the fact that they don't have that go-to guy, they never they never had a direction. They never ran a play saying, this is our man, this is the guy, this is how we're going to get ourselves back into the game. And it didn't work today.
So disappointment on the bench of Riesen, of MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg, and remember they were leading at halftime.
Yeah,
they had a real. We believed in that third quarter. It just Monaco just kind of grabbed the game by the scruff of the neck.
The difference is for me, talking about those key guys. You look down the scorers for Monaco. If you'd coming in, you'd have guessed. Well, we'll say we talked about Chris Evans. Robinson didn't start particularly great, 16 points. Evans, 17 points. Kikanovic, I mean, he had a nightmare from the foul line. He's 7 of 7 from the field, 19 points. Then you got C, the Admiral, controls the ship, 10 points for him. and that's it, right? All the guys, they did what we expected them to do. They stepped up for Monaco when they were needed.
Three-pointer, and Cooper still can't get it to go from deep.
I would say he was the only one really that hasn't, just because he didn't get the three-point shot, really going to the radar a little off for Cooper. He's 0 of 5.
You think, speaking of the Admiral, he led this Monaco team here by boat? Did they fly here?
So you want him to be renamed the pilot now? Is that it?
And pass inside, and the finish is good from Seric. Mateo Seric coming into the game. So the season for MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg, the title hopes have disappeared here, but they will still come back and play in the third place game on Sunday. Monaco, meanwhile, have met their aim of getting into the final, which they did not do last season when they lost to Banvit. So they will play the winner of Ike in the final on Sunday. The winner of Ike against UCAM Murcia. Remember, MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg denied by Jordan Theodore and Banvit last year at the death in that quarterfinal. At least they've made it to the Final Four. It's been a terrific season for them. But, you know, the cream kind of rises to the top, doesn't it? And it happened, it took a while in this game, but this Monaco team finally started to play the way that we've watched them play for most of this season.
Hugely impressive last 3 quarters. Take away that first 10 minutes for Monaco. They're plus 27 on the game. And, you know, that shows you the level of domination, really, in the second half for sure, but in those 3 periods, really did, you know, they weren't ready to play in the first 10 minutes, but after that, an impressive performance.